what's up, guys? Alright, so that giveaway is still going on, so make sure you check that out in the description below. The main thing here, right, is so I'm still working on my beach. I'm only level 22. I'm surrounded by people who are like level 28 and 30, and I feel like a noob, but that's okay. The main thing is I just finally hit level 50 on my Darcy character. And I will say that the biggest investment you can have in these is actually the stars themselves. And that's, obviously you're gonna dump a fair bit into the skills themselves, depending on what you're wanting to gain from it. So like if you're doing neutral damage to, basically mobs and stuff, pilot health, which is helpful. I'm not gonna invest in any of the skills really, because these are just kind of your starter heroes in a way, right? Now, obviously, there are other heroes to choose from. You've got blue tier, legendary tier, and so on, right? Between Bonaboom, Sergeant Buzz, and Laurent, for example, it might make more sense to upgrade like Laurent, for example, where, you're getting healing factor. But, obviously, just like anything, you gotta upgrade them to get any of the bonuses and any of the level benefits and what have you, right? Like in this case, if I wanted to go ahead and start working on Laurent, I could. It's just part of the reason why I haven't dumped into any of the legendaries. I mean, I don't mind leveling them, so I could probably go through here and let's say we'll go ahead and do Bonaboom and just go ahead and level them up. Get them up to level 10. I mean, there's no harm in doing that, but as far as like actually mass upgrading them and such, I mean, I really think most of the ones that you'll probably spend time getting are going to be like Maximus, for example. I think I've seen a fair bit you can get with Rams, for example, for just defense and such. Well, like anything, it's just you kind of have to save and invest based on whatever it is that you're actually wanting to do at the time. Of course, our state seems to be doing just fine, so, it's been relatively easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Still grabbing gifts and still helping the guild out as much as I can, but things are going pretty slim. It's not like there's anything too crazy going on. We got King of Apes, so we're just building up and getting ready to where we'll eventually start doing planet raids here on May 2nd. And of course, there's like Wheel of Fortune, so we'll go ahead and pop this sucker and see what we get. Okay, so we got a medal. Obviously, if you dumped a bunch of, freaking goddamn CDs into this, which is a big thing, it's like if you want to be able to get anything good, you'll have to save a stupid amount of CDs, which I would say for a lot of you guys out there that are kind of wanting to play Age of Apes, if you want some like pack recommendations, I would say you're probably going to focus most of your time going into, if you're doing the events and everything, then that's kind of a given, but like, a lot of these discount packs, such they all seem tempting, right? But a lot of people don't really bother with these. I mean, out of the pack rotation, I would say every once in a while you'll get like for example, like here you've got equipment, you got relics, fighters. You can buy all of them for $10, or you can buy them individually if you wanted to. The daily pack is kind of a given. Like a lot of people will pick up that for, if they're wanting to work on a hero. And the value packs are kind of where like all your money gets spent most of the time. But you notice how a lot of these are low value in terms of what they're giving percentage wise. It's like it's not terribly any one thing is going to be super helpful. It's just kind of, if you're looking for that one thing that you don't have, then, buy a value pack and voila. But I would say most of, if not all of it, really is all on these. Really, like a lot of your super value is actually going to be in the subscribe bonuses here, where you pay $10 and you get, a set amount of whatever item that it is that you're actually needing, like experience to ammo to, what have you. It's all in here that I think a lot of the money value is there, and if you ask me, I would probably pick up the limited and monthly card. You could probably pick up, after a certain point, you'll eventually want probably experience. But I would say, if anything, a lot of the things that I kind of ignored and didn't really think was as important as it became later on was really more of these weekly cards for iron, food, and speed ups. Because you tend to find needing resources pretty frequently in this game. as far as like your relic packs, and your mech packs, like yeah, I mean they're good, but they're only good for like while they're around. Obviously, if you wanted to focus in on like a specific type of unit, you can work on hitters, pilots, what have you, and you can basically make yourself super good in one thing. But there's always going to be that guy that has everything, and that's kind of the other problem is unless you're willing to dump a lot, you're going to have a hard time kind of fighting one way or the other. And if you're like me and you're just kind of wanting to casually get through it, then I'd say, oh, obviously I've only got a little bit of time left, so I'll cut it short, but make sure you just kind of focus in on things that you can control, and those are the things that, honest to God, that's really what I'd recommend you grab if you are playing Age of Apes. Hopefully you found this video helpful, though, and I'll see you guys next time.